Monarchs Forum has held a 14th Extraordinary General Assembly at the Metropolitan Hotels, Calabar, the capital of Cross River State. The two-day event kicked off on Monday, 23rd June 2025 and was graced by traditional rulers from the 6 states in the south of Nigeria, namely Rivers State, Delta State, Cross River State, Bayelsa State, Edo State and Akwa Ibom State. Among the Delta contingents were the chairman Orobo traditional rulers, His Royal Majesty the Ovie of Idjerhe Kingdom, the Ovie of Idjerhe Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Uduru I, PhD, the Ovie of Idjerhe Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Orefe III, and more. The South Monarchs Forum is a body established in 2009 to promote togetherness amongst the kingdoms in the region and also to develop and promote peace and stability for the respectful culture and traditions in the South. Theme of the event was strengthening regional security, the collective national interests, responsibilities of the South traditional rulers. The ceremony was also graced by the Executive Governor of Cross River State, Senator Prince Basi Otu, and during the ceremony, a keynote address on the subject matter was delivered by Professor Oware Osuma, public policy, governance, conflict and security management expert with representatives of the Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Defense Staff and DSS, giving reassurance of their commitment to improving security across the South while urging the traditional rulers to work in synergy with them. Also speaking, the chairman of Bayelsa State Traditional Rulers Council, King Bubaraye Dakolo, Agada IV, the Ibenanaowei of Ekpetiama Kingdom and the Ovie of Idjerhe Kingdom cited some of the root cause of the security challenges in the area and suggested ways to curb the menace.
The root cause of insecurity in Nigeria is the continuous mismanagement of oil and gas resources. And because this is mismanaged, everything else becomes an issue. You now want to get the military, for instance, to come and do internal security operations forever. It's about 60 years. Over $3 trillion. $3 trillion, a whopping $3 trillion has come out of oil and gas. Out of which about $1 trillion was outrightly stolen, stacked away abroad. Sometimes the return as a loss. You know what I'm talking about. The other $2 trillion is what is used in paying every worker in this country. It is what is stolen by cows. It is what is swallowed by cows, swallowed by snakes, eaten by rats, and so on and so forth. And some of us are saying that if these monies were available and were properly used, I can bet you that there will have been no Boko Haram in the Northeast. There will have been no bandits. There will have been no kidnappers. There will have been no armed robbers. So because of this gap, where oil and gas monies are disappearing without getting to the people, we now have to do what is called a kinetic. And so, if someone is hungry to the point of about dying, you want the treasurer to tell him what now? He's already dead. Say that man cannot die more than being dead. And so if we must solve Nigeria's security problems, we must ensure that the oil and gas resources are better managed and are liberalized and are available in the creeks of the Niger Delta. The JTF has been in the Niger Delta for 27 years. Their mandate was clear: stop oil thievery, stop vandalism, stop this, stop that. And not one oil thief has been arrested, arraigned and jailed. And once there is no money around, there is no food around, what are you expecting? In my state, most of it, no filling stations even. So you have crude oil passing inside your house, inside the middle of your village, gas is flowing everywhere, but they have to buy petroleum products higher than everyone else in the universe. So what kind of, what are you expecting there? When there are no money spent in the creeks. So if we must move on, if we must ensure that there is security in Nigeria, in the Niger Delta, then we must be sure that resources are flowing in the creeks. Once resources are flowing there, things will change. This is my brief way of intervening. Not because I don't have more to say, but I'm not the only person here.
Distinguished royal fathers, ladies and gentlemen, I am His Majesty King Ovie of Whiskey, the paramount ruler. That is the word of the great Idjerhe Kingdom in Delta State. How do they do it? When you are celebrating, they can bring as small as a goat. And when you mistakenly accept it, the next question is you have been settled. That is mostly the situation. And these royal fathers are the victim of blackmail. When you go out and say you have settled the royal father, with what? A goat? A ram? And our people take it for granted that once such things are written about their king, they go up to the social media and say, our king has compromised. Compromised with who? And for what? So I let that impression to be correct. No royal father that what is sought will wake up and even call it cow, accept it and mortgage his kingdom. Do not forget, the royal fathers do not have another home.
Rounding off the event in his address, the governor of Cross River State, Senator Otu, said that traditional rulers play a crucial role in the security of lives and properties and urged them to always speak the truth to power no matter what. Senator Otu said that more responsibility must be accrued to traditional rulers as they are much closer to the grassroots.
I am very highly honored and humbled to address this assemblage of our royal fathers. The role of our traditional chieftains is becoming very imperative in society as we go on. Apart from the fact that they have the liberty to shout and say the truth at any point in time, they have the backing of the gods. Nobody gets to a throne without being appointed by God. And it is clearly stated in there that you must respect authority. When you don't, there's calamity. When you don't, there's problems. And it is true that a lot of respect has been taken away from this institution, which is part of what we are facing today. Because when once you dislocate the society one way or the other, you have to pay a definite price for it. But I want to thank God because all is not lost. I believe that the president we have today is recognized that what we are prosecuting and executing is a renewed hope agenda. And part of that renewal is to give proper attention and status to our royal fathers. Because what they can do, there's nothing that happens in any of your kingdom that you don't know. But if you're not giving proper status for fear of security and life, it will be difficult for you to come and play. And they say it's teaching 9. For the loss of a Clark, we need the traditional institution to stand up and fill that gap fully so that our voice will be heard. Till date, we contribute most of the resources that are used to build this nation. And if we don't have a voice, actually, in the sharing of these resources, we do have a problem. That problem is that we'll be shortchanged. That problem is that we will not be there when the sharing is being done. That problem is we will not be able to participate fully in what we are supposed to. So it shouldn't be about party. It should be for our people. Because if this generation is not interested, the ones that are coming will be very interested. And there's no need to actually take away their rights. When our fathers left it for us, it is also incumbent on us that we must protect the environment, protect the integrity and everything, and hand over to the next generation, even in a better condition. It's time for us to join the movement and take over and direct because we own the resources. And direct and control because, yes, if you shortchange and cheat too much, tears can come out of people's eyes. So there's need for us to arise as South people and claim our mandate and claim our rightful position in the building of this nation. It is also very true that the issues of the traditional institutions have challenges. But like I've said, the Renewed Hope agenda is going to address that. You remain our fathers. You remain the custodians of the experience, the direction of where we go. The youth can use their energy, but you have to be directed by the elders. If not so, there will always be a problem. Continue to give us your prayers, continue to give us your blessings. Together, we'll grow and attain the heights. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
My name is Rero TV, and this is Rero TV. Thank you for watching.